Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here promptly. So, quite properly, because you're here promptly, we will start promptly. So it's 13:45 or quarter to 2 in old money. We're going to be talking about turning waste into wealth. So if you can welcome to the stage AJ Marsh, Recycling Life Services. Big round of applause for AJ and his panel. Please come on the stage.
Thank you for joining me for this short video, this show and tell, this walk and talk of the Battery Cells and Systems and Vehicle Electrification Expo here at the NEC in Birmingham, early July 2025. We'll be making our way round the exhibition floor with Richard Taylor, founder of Battery Britain, and talking about the ambition for that initiative. We'll be meeting an industry legend on the very last day of his career here in the UK, and of course catching up with some of the key players right here, right now, such as Andy Palmer.
So this is the penultimate panel of day one, and we're just hearing from an incredible panel talking about talent, where we're going to find talent, how we're going to find the right people, and making some curious kind of connections between existing industries and how they work, and things like batteries. So we've just heard mention of Cadbury's and how you make chocolate, how you mix the ingredients to make chocolate. And in the same way in a battery factory, you've got a lot of mixing of chemicals, because of course a battery is an electrochemical device. So this panel is giving us a good insight into that journey of finding talent, training the talent, retaining the talent, and ensuring that we've got the right people in place. So as we can hear, I mean, the country China gets a mention again, but equally a mention in the right context that we can learn from some of how they've developed and progressed. So, you know, the irony is, as much as people often used to talk about China copying the West, now the West can copy China.
The biggest car manufacturer on the planet now, being BYD, they took our top talent, our great ideas, and they assimilated it into their businesses. We need to learn from China. The smart companies in the gigafactory world in the UK, like RdB+, are partnering with AESC to develop their technology and their cells. We've got a brilliant little startup called Volklek, who have partnered with a Chinese company. And Avira are going down that route as well.
That's great to hear reference to Volklek, of course, because Volklek were at the BIC yesterday talking about, you know, what we're trying to do with Battery Britain. So joining these things up, getting 4 or 5 players to work together in a little unit, that's where we are. And all of, if you come over here, Mark, and just look at the attention that we've got from people in terms of their interest in what's happening. You know, they want to understand how it's happening.
In China, the very efficient gigafactories are now running at 25 heads per gigawatt hour. We're nowhere near that level of efficiency yet. We'd struggle with 100. They also work a process called 996. Every single engineer and scientist in China working for a tech company, EV company, or gigafactory works what's called 996. That means they work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. That's a 72-hour week. That is standard, absolutely standard. So they've got a quarter of the staff doing twice as many hours, and guess what? On half the salary. If you do the maths, we will never compete on that level. So let's learn from them. Let's assimilate those skills into the UK, and we're doing that today. So that's the plan today at Avira. What's happening now, aside of what Mark and Pretty and Faraday are doing in the future, that's what's going on today. And I think it's really important to say here at this point that this isn't just about putting bums on seats. This is about trying to bring in talent, learn from that talent, and build a workforce around it.
Let's take a little tour around the exhibition floor. Because, let's be honest, these events which they run have been running successfully for a number of years. I love being part of it. Only happen because you've got all these exhibitors, because it's free entry, you know, which is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it takes down the barriers to entry, as it were.
Yep.
Allows people to come, collaborate, talk to each other, and do the deals, which is accelerating
Yeah.
the supply chain.
You do love that phrase, do the deals, don't you? You get that in wherever you can.
That's what Battery Britain's all about, getting those deals done.
Yeah, it is. So if you look around, we've got a whole host of companies involved in everything to do with, power electronics, material science, people, looking at recruitment. Obviously, we had a great panel on that earlier, didn't we? And I mean, let's be honest. All of these people here, in principle, could be part of the ambition that Battery Britain has got to bring together the supply chain, help people to get to know each other, as well as just do the deals.
Absolutely. The deals are a byproduct of people getting to know each other, to learning who else is out there in the supply chain, and to figuring out how can we work together to do this quicker, cheaper. This is how it's happening.
Yes.
There was a comment somebody made earlier, a few years ago, this conference felt like it was a lot of people coming and finding out about the supply chain, whereas now there's a definite vibe that there's people here that are selling and partnering at these types of events. There's a more established a supply chain feel about it.
Yes, and that build out of the supply chain, like we heard at the UK BIC, yesterday, and unless you build that and you help it grow, what are you going to do? Because supply chains have to be robust. Companies that are then tapping into that supply chain have to know that those companies are going to sustain, that they're going to be there. So there's mutual vested interest in all of this working successfully. I mean, it's a long-winded way of saying everybody has to help each other, otherwise, no one really succeeds in the end.
You've got a good saying for it, haven't you?
What's that, have I?
You have. It's all about being a team.
Together everyone achieves more. Yeah, team. Absolutely. Thanks for reminding me. I'm just amazed by just the range of companies here, doing all sorts. Let's have a chat with these people. Can we have a little chat with you? So are you Loughborough University students?
Yes.
Would you like? Right. Would you like to tell us? Just speak into that, please. Would you like to tell us a little bit about why you're here and what you're doing then at the event?
So we are the Advanced Ceramic Research Group, and we do predominantly 3D printing of ceramics for various applications like filtration, and we have armors. We also have dental things that we do 3D printing of.
Oh, you could do my teeth then for me.
Definitely.
Wow, yeah, nice. Yeah.
And we have been featured in one program in the BBC where we have proved that our teeth last for quite a long time.
Yeah, wow.
The performance is very high that, it literally doesn't degrade at all.
Yeah, well, my teeth haven't lasted for 66 years, sadly. That's what two of them.
We can fix that for you.
Yeah, thanks. You know what? We just got lucky stopping at this stand, didn't we? But, I think, though, in all seriousness, it just goes to show the diversity of what's going on in the UK, in industry, and that this stuff isn't just about electric vehicles and batteries. It's about material science, it's about technology per se. So yeah, thank you for telling us a little bit of what you're doing. Appreciate that.
And
good luck.
By.
Hope you have a good couple of days.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right.
Why don't we go and see our old mate, Colin Heron?
Oh yes, let's do that.
It's his last ever conference, as he claims.
No, you're right. So I think I know where he is. He's roughly down this way, Mark. So don't fall over walking backwards, by the way, because I don't know how you do this.
Come on, he's
We're down this way, yes. You're right. Thank you for that shout out. It's important. Professor Colin Heron is an industry legend, particularly in the Northeast, but not just there. And he has been, I think, 4 or nearly 40 years busy with lots of things to do with Progress Batteries in particular, first battery centre, etc. Here he is here. As always, Colin's got an audience. But hello, Ben.
Colin.
Yeah, nice to see you again.
Ben.
Colin, can we just have a little chat with you?
Yeah.
So we wanted, and you got the shout out from Richard, to be frank. We wanted to come and talk to you and for you to give a little message to camera about, just very quickly, if you can do that for 37 years? What's your...
52 years in the automotive industry.
52 years. So give us a little flavour of what you've enjoyed and where we are today, and give us some hope for the future, please, Colin.
In a couple of seconds, when I started in 1973, we were looking at internal combustion engines. Then I worked for Nissan for many, many years, and it got really exciting. Like, we got ABS, or we got an airbag, or we got direct injection, da da da. Then somebody said, oh, what about the electric vehicle? What electric vehicle? Oh, then things got interesting. And since then, with the battery technology, when I started with electric vehicles, we had a choice of two. The Leaf and the iMe.
iMe, yep.
That was it.
Yep.
That was it. Look at it now.
Yeah.
Absolutely changed.
Yeah.
I've just ordered
Yeah.
a Renault 5.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
I've just ordered
Yeah.
the bright green Renault 5.
Is that to make yourself look young, Colin? Do you mind me asking?
I'm going to try. And the technology leap, the Zoe was brilliant.
Yeah.
The technology leap from the Zoe to the Renault 5, completely different.
Wow.
Completely different.
Yeah.
So we've ordered it. We get in October.
Nice.
Bright green.
Nice.
You see me around.
And it's got V2G, Colin.
It's got everything.
Yeah.
It's
wow.
even got its own little version of Alexa. Reno, put the window down. Reno, turn up the heating.
Wow.
Reno, plot a journey. And this little thing comes up.
Reno sounds like a dog to me, but
Renault.
yeah.
Reno,
Oh yeah, of
Reno.
course. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I'm with you. No, I knew that really. I was just doing that for comedic effect.
But to look at the Renault 5 from
Yeah.
the iMe,
yeah.
we're talking 10 years.
No, that's yeah, I know. That's incredible. So look, we could say so much, and I just want to say, on behalf of many, many people, thank you for all you have done. We've said this at Battery Britain when we were up in Newcastle, didn't we? You know, thank you for a lot of what you've done for free, selfless. You don't do stuff because you get paid money to say things and do things. You do it because you are a wonderful person. And I've also seen, don't want to embarrass him, the work you do with homeless people in Newcastle. You are a credit to humanity, my friend. So thank you.
Thank you. And it's my last working day as such at a conference. End of the month, I am retired. It's over.
Colin, it's never over. You're just going to mow the grass a bit more often. That's all.
Thank you, Colin, for everything you did for Battery Britain.
Oh, pleasure.
It was a real pleasure. What you did for us up there, introducing us to the ecosystem and allowing us to come up there and hopefully make a difference, as you have for so many years, and continue to put people together and create a better supply chain.
But Colin, thank you. And I meant what I said. Credit where it's deserved. Simple as that. Thank you.
Thank you.
We've got to get back now because we've got another next panel session. Look at this. Turning waste into wealth, the billion-dollar potential of EV battery recycling.
Well, as we said yesterday at the UK BIC, at the Battery Britain Midlands event, there was people there that were confident that we will be in a circular economy in not that long. We will be taking our materials from already existing batteries in the supply chain. I think it's going to be slightly longer than that. I think we're going to be reliant on mines and primary material and refineries for a bit longer than is expected. It always takes slightly longer than anyone expects.
Yeah.
So, but I think us getting the recycling as fast as possible to market is the best thing all round.
Yeah.
But we can't just neglect the primary sources.
No, look, I'm with you. It's a combination of two things. And the equation between supply and demand, it's hard to gauge because, you know, we've had these predictions of EV adoption or energy storage adoption that have kind of, you know, proved to be either too positive or too negative, whatever. So, yeah, there's an equation, isn't there? And we haven't quite worked that out yet.
And we can't always say, oh, recycling's more environmentally friendly, and therefore let's just focus on that. Let's cut the rest out because we won't get to the recycling if we haven't got that primary product.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, and you know where we're going next? Yes, that's right. Back to the studio.